Hey, welcome back to Monster Gaming. I wanted to talk a little bit about the museum. We have some people in the Alliance and other people that have been messaging me that are a little bit earlier in the game that are kind of curious about, what's coming up. What are some of the new things that we're going to be able to do, and how do we stay focused on our evolution? Because the game does change. I think the game changes a ton once you get the library. It gives you a really big thing there to focus on. That will really help you. I think it changes again once you get the university, and I think that's in the Enlightenment Age, or somewhere around there. And then you get the museum. I think was it the Medieval Age? It's right around there, right around the Medieval Age, where you can unlock that. Let me see if it actually tells me here. No, it doesn't because I already unlocked it. So the museum's really interesting. It's something that is only about a year and a half old, might be less than that. And I would say it will it's not really end game content. I'm not going to say that. But it is going to take you quite a bit to A, get the right artifacts, and B, level them up the way that you would want to. And then there's some for regular wars versus world wars. So it's a little bit something on the side, but I think this is the real area where you're going to be able to truly differentiate yourself from everybody else. Everybody has access to library. Everybody has access to university. Obviously, you're going to work on the things that are going to benefit you the most. Only completionists are going to do every single item completely, and both of those things. Most people will just kind of focus on the really big ones that are really going to make a difference. University is different. University is, I'm not sorry, not university. The museum is different. Museum is very interesting. So this is the main hall here, and then if I click forward, there's the World War Hall. So this is slightly the gotcha system, where you're going to be able to craft something and it's going to be random. And when you craft it, you're going to decide if you want it or not. As you can see, I have a ton of shards, 71,920. It's something that I've been collecting for a while. Never really paid much attention to the museum, just because I have so many other things to focus on. And leveling these things up do cost a lot of goods, and then there's new goods that you need to use as well. So let's take a look at the four main things here. There are more, of course, but these are the first ones you get. So there's the attack one, then there's your defense, then there's a jewelry, which gives you a bunch of other kind of bonuses. And then there is pottery, which most of it is economic, but you can find some that help you in other areas as well. So let's start on this one here just to give you an idea. So once you click on the weapon, this is a 2-star weapon. I believe the highest that you can actually craft on your own or find is a 3-star. Doesn't specifically make them better, but the stars that it comes with tell you how many of these stats you can update immediately. So you'll see on these two right here started at 6%. And then the wall sapper damage here is plus 6%, raider damage plus 1, general's hit points plus 6. So a big rule of thumb here is don't keep a artifact that is that gives you less than 3 items that are higher than 1%. So like let's say you pull. Actually, you know what? We'll summon a couple, but let's go back here. Sorry. So this one gives you 5 slots. So eventually you can have all 5 stars, and you can work on all of them, and it will increase stuff, and it's just for you. So the person that you're playing against probably doesn't have the exact same mace. They're all like random. All 5 of these categories are random. So even if somebody does have the same mace, they might not have the same stuff as you do, which is really cool. So this is where it really makes makes it very unique for you and your city. So heavy cavalry is something that I'm using a lot right now. Is I'm the French, so I'm focusing on that. Guerrilla damage, I use a lot of guerrillas, so that helps me out too. Uh, now, if I wanted to unlock the third one, see down here it says unlock the 3 stars. it would cost me 600 of supplies. Supplies are used to unlock an artifact in the museum. You can find supplies in your league boat, victory chest, and expeditions. Um, so I think this is smart. A lot of people weren't using the expeditions too much as you get later in the game. Now you have a reason to, because now you're going to be able to collect those from the expeditions. So that's smart to kind of incorporate other parts of the game to help you out here. Um, the other thing you can do is the reroll, and I believe you can only reroll one time. Um, so let's say I wanted to reroll this. It costs 100 crowns. You can only reroll one benefit on an artifact, and crowns will be used. Are you sure? I'm going to hit no. So that's another thing. So if you have a really, really good artifact that has a bunch of great things, but let's see the raider damage down here. Let's say I would never use that, but everything else is 100% spot on. You might want to re-roll that to get another random bonus. Um, I don't think it's guaranteed to be better. I don't remember what the stats are. There are a percentage that whatever you get next could be like a plus 3%. I think there are some percentages there. And then on the bottom left, you'll see sell for that amount of pieces and that amount of blueprints. The higher level your artifact is, the more they're going to sell for. Why do you need to sell them? When you go to craft, you'll always have this here where you can do the 1 artifact or 5 artifacts for that many pieces. Like I said, I had a ton, and then you do 1 a day where you can craft that. Make sure you're doing them 5 at a time. Don't do the 1. Doesn't make sense at all. Do the 5 at a time. Let's see if we can find something good. So this is for the wars. I'm going to sell that. Pretty much anything 1 star I'm trying to stay away from. And see, this one is only 3% difference. If you can get one with those 6%, that's really what you want to go after. So like this one's not too bad because 6%, 3%, 3%, 3%. I don't use raiders that much. If I did, I would keep it, but no, I don't. I don't need to focus on that. Regular armor, 2 star. Ooh, this could be good. Ugh. General damage, gorilla points, definitely useful, but 1%, that's not enough. That's definitely not enough. And the last one's evading tactical, which will take forever to get there. So I'm going to sell that. All right, let's see what else. Weapon, 1 star. Nah. Let's see this weapon. This is not bad because it has 6, 6, and 6, which is pretty good to have 3 of them. MRL hit points. I don't really use MRLs yet, but that would be a really good one if you wanted that one. So I might hold on to this one, even though it's only a 1 star, because it could help me. More armor. I'm not really doing too much of that, so I'm going to sell that. Let's see. And I don't like that one either. And why does that feel like that's more than 5? Oh well. Anyways, so let's go back to the one I was just looking at here. So heavy cavalry is really good. So what if I want to upgrade that to level 5 or the gorilla damage? Let's do the gorilla damage and just see what it looks like because it's probably going to be less because I'm going to be going to step 4. It's going to cost 400,000 in food and 480 blueprints. And it'll increase by 1% the gorilla damage. Now gorillas already do a ton of damage, so this is not one that I want to speed up so much. Because actually when I was playing before with the museum and I didn't really understand it, I was like, how the heck am I supposed to get all these blueprints? And that's how you get the blueprints, is by selling them. Let's see this armor. Invading gorilla damage. So that's only 40,000. 32, so I could do that. What about this? 400. So I'm going to have to get a bunch of those. I don't know what they are. Quivers, I think. Let's see what else is over here. Missile silo hit points. That would definitely help. 400,000 and 480. So like I said, this is really cool because you could see like all the 5 categories. They're pretty useful. Catapult hit points, readout hit points, fall capacity. That one's kind of Might reroll that once if I get to that point. Missile silo hit points. Oh yeah, I'll definitely take that. Let's check this one out. Enemy silo, enemy anti-tank gun. Pretty sure those both started at -1, which is not the best. But I'll take it for now, and if I ever sell it, I'll get a lot more blueprints and a lot more of the little pieces. So that's fine. Enemy tower hit points, that's a huge one because they're going to hit your planes. So I can't wait to get to that one. National trade good loot chance, maybe, maybe that one I'm not super, like, you know, happy about. I could always re-roll that one down the road. Enemy air defenses. So as you can see, every single one of these really, really helps you out a lot. I'm not sure what the Hermitage Museum is yet, but I don't have it. So I might have to upgrade my museum or get to the next age. Once you get to level 3, you will unlock this space here, which looks like government type stuff maybe. And then level 4, you get another attack, another defense, another one here. Okay, cool. Yeah, still a lot of stuff. So it's definitely something that you want to focus on. Definitely something you want to pay attention to. Collect all your shards or your little pieces every day, and then re-roll. Maybe do this like once a week. Like I wouldn't spend all your time and energy trying to find the best things. I'd say about 85 to 90% of the stuff that you craft is going to be useless. I mean, it'll be good, but it won't be as good as getting something else. So take your time. And then, like I said, you have World War stuff here that you can do. And then as you level up, you'll unlock all these too. This does look like a place where eventually you will want to expand your storage because you only have 20. For 250, you can expand another 5, which is good. Because some people that do use this really well will have 2 sets of everything, especially with your attacking things. So this one does have cavalry and guerrilla. Let's say I switch to the Romans or the Germans or somebody else that uses heavy infantry. These aren't really going to help me that much if I stop using the guerrilla and the heavy cavalry. So it's always going to be good to have a second one that you can kind of switch up. That will give you boosts on infantry and other things. So I do see the benefit of this. I definitely recommend having 2 versions of everything on hand. Let me see what the pottery was again. So some of the other potteries are going to give you more food, more gold, more loot, like all sorts of things like that. So that would be a good one to do, like if you're going to be raiding all week or if you're going to not be playing the game all that much and you want to just accumulate stuff. So definitely focus on this on the sidelines. I would say the university is more important to constantly be doing. This is one of those that you're going to chip in here and there. But take your time and find the right artifacts for you. If it takes you a week to find a really good couple artifacts, take your time. You know, you get these pieces every day for free, and then sometimes you get bonus ones here and there when they have events. Very easy to accumulate the pieces. And then like I've shown you here already, and I'll craft another one. If you don't like what you come up with, so war weapons. So see, you're also going to get pieces there. So that's 25 pieces there. So I feel like you get like a fifth of your pieces back. I'm trying to remember how much it was. Something like that. No, I don't want that. Armor. Nope. War armor. Nope. But you can see just doing this, I'm getting a bunch of pieces, and I'm also getting a bunch of blueprints. So those 2 things are very easy. You are gonna need so supplies. You're definitely gonna need. And then you're also going to use researchers. Are used to unlock an artifact in a museum. You can find researchers in your league boat, victory chest, and expeditions. And then there's the benefactors are used to unlock an artifact in a museum. You can find benefactors in your league boat, victory chest, and expeditions. Yep. Cool. So that was just a quick glimpse. I mean, I have so many pieces. So another day, I'm probably going to spend half a day just re-rolling, and try to see if I can find some good stuff for the wars and some good stuff for maybe replace a couple of those other ones or find backups. Um, because once you have two versions of each thing, you're probably just going to sit on those for a while, unless you completely change your gameplay. Now, I don't have the really high level planes. I don't have the really high level like MRLs, APCs, all those things. So possibly at the end of this age, when I start unlocking a ton of those things, I might change what I want to do. I also want to see what the economy type stuff looks like right now. If things are getting easier, if they're getting harder, because eventually I do want to start clearing some of this forest. I need more space to get some new things out there. Um, Economy is huge for me. I really need to start leveling up a ton of stuff. So maybe that's a way to go. But I really like the museum. I think it's really cool. I think it's going to open up so many different strategies. And the biggest thing that I like about it is it makes your nation unique, very, very unique. You can go heavy on any part of your offense or defense, and just make it very unique. Um, if I understand correctly, there is a spot later, a little bit later in the game, where you can have a spy or some sort of scanner or something like that, where prior to attacking somebody, you can see um, maybe what level their museum is, and maybe you can see a little bit of what you're facing, which is really cool. So eventually, that also will add a little bit to the game too. If you before you can anticipate a little bit before you start the match, like where they might be investing all their resources. But as you can see, I'm just going to go back really quickly. If you want to level up, it takes gold. Some of them take food, and they are not cheap. So that's why I said you definitely want to have something in those four slots to kind of help you, like immediately, like once you have the museum. But take your time leveling up because they are very, very costly. Um, the university stuff and things in the library and things like that, those things are going to stay with you for the rest of the game. The museum stuff, you're probably going to switch out, you know, mix and match. They're not going to stay there forever, so don't overspend and then replace it and be like, oh, I just wasted 2 million in something upgrading this and I didn't even like it. So take your time, take your time. We can definitely do a video like a little bit more detailed on the museum down the road. If you have any questions about what you should be looking for or what kind of setup looks good. But yeah, just wanted to touch on that pretty quick. So something you definitely want to look out for, something you definitely want to focus on. Library and university are still way more important. Um, but you definitely want to do something in the museum. Don't let it just sit there like I did. I probably could have done a lot more in this time. All right. Thanks for watching.